In this video, we're going to take a look at the Spanish stock market index and why it's been so popular with traders. Hello, I'm David Jones from Capital.com, and this is the latest in our series where we look at markets that are popular with traders around the world. This time around, we're going to have a look at another European stock market index. It's the main Spanish index. It's the IBEX 35, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Lots of these indices are really popular with traders. So to find out the makeup of this Spanish index, why traders like it, and how to trade it with Capital.com, let's get started. So let's take a look at what exactly is the IBEX 35 and why is it popular with traders. So it's Spain's benchmark stock market index. It tracks the 35 most liquid, which normally refers to volume, shares in the Madrid Stock Exchange General Index. As with many other indices, it's a way of gaining a broad exposure to large Spanish listed shares. And as usual, the daily volatility of indices such as this is what makes it appealing to traders. So how do you trade this market with Capital.com? You trade contracts for difference, CFDs, on the IBEX, which with us is referred to as the Spain 35. You may be familiar with CFDs. These are instruments that trade using leverage. So a small sum of money can control a much bigger financial position. So traders will use leverage to try and magnify their profits. But of course, it's always important to understand if you're using something to magnify your profits, you're increasing your potential losses when the market doesn't move the way you thought it was going to move. So it's really important to have risk management controls such as stop losses in place. When trading using CFDs, you can trade markets in both directions. So you can go long if you think the market's going to go up, you buy first, and you can sell short if you think the market's going to go down. You sell first to open the position and hope to profit from a falling market. So let's take a look at some of the moves in this market over the longer and the shorter term. So if we go back to May 2018, the market traded as high, almost 10,300, but then by late December of the same year, it had dropped below 8,400. Then going into 2019, we saw a bounce back to 9,600. So plenty of volatility over the longer term there. Let's take a look at a shorter term view. So this is over a couple of days and the market has traded as high as 9,285, slips back about 180 points or so, then bounces back over the course of the next couple of days. So it's this sort of short-term volatility that traders really appreciate in a market because, of course, traders need a market to move to try and profit. And it's this sort of short-term volatility that traders really appreciate in a market because, of course, typically traders need a market to move to try and make a profit. So as with other stock market indices, the Dow, the FTSE, the DAX, these sort of markets, the Spanish index appeals because of its volatility. You know, even on relatively quiet days, we'll still usually get half decent movements from stock market indexes. So traders really like the volatility. When you're trading it with Capital.com, you trade using contracts for difference, CFDs. With CFDs, you can trade the market in both directions. So if you think the Spanish index is going to rise, you buy. If you think it's going to fall, you can sell short. So it's just as easy to trade it short as it is long. And of course, one last thing, when trading using CFDs, you're trading using leverage. So a small initial position controls a much larger financial exposure. So you're magnifying your potential profits, but of course, hand in hand with that goes the fact that you're magnifying any potential losses. So it's more important than ever to use things such as stop losses as a way of risk control. But you can find out more about CFDs on the Capital.com website. We'll start wrapping things up there. So for this quick look at the Spanish index from me, David Jones, and Capital.com, good luck with your trading.